Ever wonder why information security is such a big deal in our digital world? Well, let's think about it. We live in a time where our lives are deeply intertwined with digital systems. We shop, bank, work, and even socialize online. Businesses, big and small, rely on these systems to function, and governments use them to manage everything from national security to public services. But with this heavy reliance comes great risk. Imagine what would happen if unauthorized individuals gained access to your personal information, or even worse, to a company's financial data or a government's classified documents. The potential damage could be catastrophic, from identity theft for individuals to financial losses for businesses and even threats to national security. So it's clear that information security is not just a luxury, it's an absolute necessity in our increasingly digital world. Now that we understand why it's crucial, let's delve into the different categories of information security threats. First on our list, meet the notorious malware. Picture this: a software designed to cause damage to a computer, server, or computer network. That's what malware is. It creeps into your systems, often disguised as legitimate software, only to wreak havoc once inside. Let's look at some examples. Viruses, for instance, attach themselves to clean files and spread throughout your computer system, corrupting files and slowing down your system. Worms, on the other hand, replicate themselves and eat up your system's resources. And then there's ransomware, a particularly nasty type of malware that locks you out of your own system and demands payment to give you access back. These are just a few examples of the damage malware can cause. They can erase your files, steal your personal information, and even crash your entire system. As menacing as they sound, there are ways to protect your systems from malware threats. Next up, the crafty phishing and social engineering threats. Phishing is a deceptive technique that cybercriminals use to trick unsuspecting users into sharing sensitive information. Typically, it's done through fraudulent emails or messages that seem to come from reputable sources. It's like phishing with a PH. Cybercriminals cast their net wide, hoping to catch unsuspecting individuals in their trap. On the other hand, social engineering is a bit more insidious. This isn't just about technology, it's about exploiting human psychology. Cybercriminals manipulate individuals into revealing confidential information, often by posing as a trusted figure or authority. It's like a confidence trick for the digital age, where your trust is their ticket to your information. These threats are dangerous because they prey on our natural inclination to trust and help. They can lead to substantial financial loss or identity theft, turning lives upside down. A single click on a malicious link, a simple reply to a deceptive email, or an innocent conversation with a colleague can open up a Pandora's box of problems. But here's the good news: you're not powerless. Knowledge is your best defense. Being aware of these tactics, understanding how they work, and adopting a cautious approach to sharing information can make a world of difference. Remember, awareness and caution can help thwart these stealthy threats. Now, let's venture into the realm of network and application attacks. These attacks target the very foundation of our digital lives, the networks that connect us and the applications we depend on every day. In essence, network attacks aim to disrupt or gain unauthorized access to networks and the devices connected to them. Application attacks, on the other hand, exploit vulnerabilities within software to compromise systems or steal sensitive data. Let's consider a couple of examples. Distributed denial of service or DDoS attacks, a common type of network attack, can flood a network with traffic, effectively rendering it unusable. Imagine a highway so choked with cars that no one can move, an apt analogy for a network under a DDoS attack. Moving on to application attacks, SQL injection is a common method. Here, malicious code is inserted into a SQL query, manipulating the database to expose, modify, or delete data. It's like a burglar finding a hidden key to your house and using it to steal your valuables. The potential of these attacks to disrupt services and expose sensitive data is immense. They can bring businesses to a standstill, hinder essential services, and lead to massive data breaches. But all is not lost. Staying vigilant is our first line of defense. Regular system updates and patches, robust firewalls, and intrusion detection systems can fortify our digital defenses. Staying vigilant and maintaining up-to-date systems can help guard against these attacks. Lastly, don't overlook insider and physical threats. When we think of security threats, we often picture faceless hackers behind screens. But sometimes the danger lurks closer than you think. Insiders, be they disgruntled employees or careless staff, can pose a significant risk. Malicious insiders, with their intimate knowledge of the system, can cause serious damage, while a careless click on a dubious link by an uninformed staff member can open the door for malware. Now let's not forget physical threats. This could be as mundane as a stolen laptop from an unattended desk, or as dramatic as damage to hardware in a natural disaster. These threats, while they may seem distant, can lead to significant data loss and system disruption. So it's crucial to remember securing your information isn't just about online threats, but also about who has access to it and where it's stored. So we've taken a journey through the landscape of information security threats. We started off by understanding the importance of information security in our increasingly digital world. Next, we delved into the sinister world of malware threats, from viruses and worms to Trojans and ransomware. We then explored the deceptive techniques of phishing and social engineering threats, highlighting the human element in cybersecurity. Moving forward, we unraveled the complexities of network and application attacks, covering everything from DDoS attacks to SQL injections. Lastly, we took a closer look at insider and physical threats, reminding us that not all threats come from the outside. We learned that sometimes the danger can be sitting right next to us, or even be us, in the form of careless or malicious actions. Remember, understanding these threats is the first step in protecting your information in this digital age. Stay safe and keep your guard up.